Hello again, Metas, and welcome to my comprehensive guide on the new gardener class introduced in the latest Once Human update. In this video, I will be detailing the essential knowledge required to cultivate double buffed flowers and crops, including strategies to increase their success rate. Furthermore, we will explore the functionalities of the biomechanic plants. Hope you enjoy. So to start things off, let's take a look at the greenhouse core, which is the new tool that allows you to light and water from all one device. So once you've placed down the greenhouse core and attached a wire to it, it will give you the option to set the lighting and the water levels that you need. Note that you can only have one of these built at a time, also cannot attach pipes, so you'll have to fill it manually, and it only takes boiled water, which in my opinion is very frustrating. Next on our list is the soil solution. This item can be crafted at the supplier's workbench and is stated to modify the current fertility in the current area. To craft it, you'll need 2 fertilizer, 5 spoilt food, and 3 purified water, which honestly isn't too bad to gather. As you can see in the top left, my regen fertility is getting better as time goes on, after applying the solution. Next on the list is the plant grafting catalyst, which directly increases the success rate of the graft you're attempting. It's important to note that different grafts yield different results. As you can see, when I use the plant grafting catalyst on my bellflower aloe, it provides a 4% increase per unit. However, when using it on my saffron aloe, it only gives me a 1% increase per unit. Next is the biomechanical craft catalyst. Like its counterpart, it can be crafted at your workbench. It also shows similar results to the plant crafting catalyst. As you can see, with my watcher biomechanical plant, it only gives a 2% increase. But when I use it on my digger and sculpture biomechanical plants, it only provides a 1% increase. Now let's take a look at the highest version of the plant graft. To craft these, you'll need 1 refined detoxant, 5 fertilizer, and 5 purified water. So what does it do? When applying it to my bellflower aloe, it gives me an 8% increase. Surprisingly, it yields the same results when applying it to my sage aloe graft. Next up is the higher biomechanical catalyst. To craft this, you'll need 1 refined detoxant, 5 stardust salts, and 5 purified water. Now, when applying it to my digger biomechanical plant, it gives me a 2% increase, which isn't that much. However, when applying it to my watcher biomechanical plant, it provides me a nice 4% increase. Now let's take a look at the portable planter box and what it does. It has 2 main functions. I'll explain the first now and the second a little later. For its first function, you can feed the planter box fully grown flowers and crops. This will convert the crop that you've chosen into seeds. As you can see, I put in 2 bellflowers and I've got 7 seeds back, which leads me to believe that you can get between 3 to 5 seeds per crop. This is similar to using seeding fertilizer, but much more efficient. Now let's look at the environment detector. Once you have the detector in hand, you'll notice at the top left of your screen that you can see the region's fertility, the area's temperature, and the contamination levels within your current location. This can also help with scouting out new base locations to gain maximum benefits with your crops. Now let's take a look at how to graft plants and what we need to do. First off, you'll need a planter. Any type will work, but I personally like the new ones. Next, plant the seed of your choice. Now here's where it might get a bit confusing. In order to graft a flower to your seed, you'll need to have a fully grown flower of that specific type. This mature flower is essential to completing the graft. Now let's take a look at how to graft a biomechanical plant. For this, you will also need to plant a seed of your choice. Then when you hit the grafting key, for me this is the H key, you'll be given the option to use one of the biomechanical parts as shown on screen. Now let's take a look at where you can get the biomechanical parts. From my experience, these parts drop from the specific elite enemies. The drill biomechanical part drops from the large drill face elite. The watcher biomechanical part drops from the enemy with the spotlight for a head. And for the sculpture, you'll get this biomechanical part directly from the sculpture enemy itself. So now let's take a look at the different types of biomechanical plants I've planted and what they do. To start things off, let's examine the drill. After claiming my drill plant and placing it in my portable planter pot, the location I'm in now yields tin. Over time, this biomechanical plant will automatically mine tin for me, and after a while, I can simply claim the tin it has gathered. Also, through testing, I found that if you log off or change characters, the portable planter pot despawns and you will lose your progress on the mine. So unfortunately, only one of my biomechanical plants successfully grew, and it happened to be another drill plant. While I wasn't able to get any others to grow on this particular crop, likely due to poor area location, I have noticed that other players successfully grown the ones I attempted. From what I've seen, the agent head biomechanical plant will fire the same projectile as the enemy you defeat to get his part. This seems to hold true for the others as well, like the Watcher freezing enemies in its light and so on. So that brings us to the end of this guide. I hope you've enjoyed the content, and I want to say a huge thank you to all my subscribers, and especially to all the new subscribers who have recently joined. Your continued support means a lot. To anyone who hasn't yet subscribed and liked the content, maybe consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any more Once Human guides. Until next time, green thumbs, stay safe.